don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta back up, cause it's on this old train line, I'ma get it done. Now I got the party jumping like it's double dutch. Then we spun the block, came back, double up, like, ooh, I got and yeah, met her uptown, but she from the borough, better known as the boogie down. Awesome.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New York Jets. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Darius Williams in there to make the tackle. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Hey, check 26.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And able to find Alan Lazard. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 42 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking the secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there, because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
26, 30.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, a Cardinal sin there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp.
Touchdown, Jaguars! A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of the...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown. Allen was hard. 75 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second down and 8. ETN once more. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This defense for the Jets, they have certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
They'll run with ETN. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards, the final tally. straight ahead, Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. A yard all they need, but it's third down.
50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, 88.
To throw is Rodgers. Gonna look deep for Wilson. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, 66 yards. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week, it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively, and it's second down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll run with Hall. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Ball again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets have moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
And the Jaguars first down.
Hey, go, go! Go, go!
On play action, Lawrence. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 55 yards. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it.
Back and forth. Jump out!
Rodgers now on first down. Eluding the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
30.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Get 300. Get 300. Yeah, this.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The Jets at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They get the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Rodgers again now. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
At their own 4-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's taking it right down Broadway. Look at the big man rumble. He's on his way. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Jets 21. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 70 yards. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll toss it out right here to Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Fame.
There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. Touchdown. Christian Kirk, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Jaguars 35. Jets 21.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And the drive starts with a completion, left side, down the left sideline. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyquan Thornton, 62 yards. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive, as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this defense, Charles, we know how good they are, but they've been beat a couple of times in this game. However, they got the latest laugh.
And how about the way they hung in there? Because you're exactly right. They're not used to being dented as they've been so far in this game. But what they just did there with that pick 6, that's the equivalent of what was happening to them. They're throwing touchdown passes against them. Okay, we'll take one back against you.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Jaguars 49, Jets 21. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
49, Jets 21.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially
got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 70 yards.
Complete to Nicole Hartman. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game. And really, they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown, Jets. From 8 yards out. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
49. Jets 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down, Jacksonville.
11.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Will McDonald gets in there to take him down. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that?
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
56. Jets 28. to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Mecole Hardman, 47 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
56, Jets 35.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars' 1st down as he's brought down at the 25-yard line. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. From the gun, Bigsby. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Tank Bigsby, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jags will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Jets 35. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. On play action, Rodgers. This one deep for Wilson. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack. Here's the Jets punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On second down, here's Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. To the left side and intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Rodgers. Now he's forced out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10.
26.
Here's Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air,
you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's Logan Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next?
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Nicole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter. He's got him in, complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 52 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Second and 11. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Inside handoff now, Miller. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball. Here's Mecole Hardman. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Rodgers. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And that is every quarterback's worst nightmare. You had the perfect play call. The seas parted perfectly. You had your guy wide open. He could have run for days, but he overshoots him. And that's one he'll think about for the next month.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they'll indeed take a knee. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the
Yo.
time.